What does it mean to fight against the darkness outside and inside? To keep standing even when everything around you and inside you tries to break you? That's the story of Guts, but it's not just his story, it's ours too. Once, Guts was a young man searching for purpose, raised on the battlefield, hardened by survival. He carried a sword larger than himself and strength beyond human, but what he really wanted was meaning. He found it in the band of the Hawk and its leader, Griffith. Charismatic, noble, ambitious, Griffith seemed like a man who could change the world for the better. He fought not just for victory, but for a dream, or so it seemed. For a time, Guts believed in that dream. He became Griffith's strongest warrior, his friend, maybe even his brother. And in those days, for the first time, Guts felt something new: inspiration, fulfillment, a sense of belonging and purpose, a kind of happiness he had never known before. Together, they weren't just fighting battles, they were building a future. But even then, something was missing. Because Guts realized he needed to start seeking his own purpose instead of chasing someone else's. One day, Guts made a choice to leave the band of the Hawk, to find his own path.
No, I cannot allow this. If he will not be mine, his life is forfeit. Now!
This broke Griffith. The man who seemed untouchable was suddenly powerless, obsessed.
Farewell.
His charisma was just a mask for his calculating ambition. Without Guts, Griffith's carefully built world began to collapse. He kept pursuing his dream, but an obsession consumed him. He wasn't himself anymore. He grew reckless, careless. And one day, while wandering without caution, he was captured by his enemies, and he never made it back.
Seize that man!
He was tortured, broken. His tendons were severed. His tongue was cut.
Oh, now there, don't worry. I'll stay away from the vital bit. You won't die yet. You see, I've been ordered by our king to keep you around at least another 3 years. But I don't know. I like you.
His body pierced and shattered, his dreams stripped away. And in that darkness, all that remained was his obsession with Guts, alongside his greed and hunger for power, driving him to madness. From that void of despair, the Behelit, an ancient demonic artifact that had long ago found its way to him, answered his heart's call, and his destiny as the vessel for the Eclipse came to be. The God End appeared, beings who had once been human, but sacrificed their last shred of humanity. Their last tear shed, they became pure desire, pure hunger for power and darkness.
The time has come for the blessing. In this, our final chapter, our final destination. The end of days draw near for our sacred children. Enjoy this hallowed feast in all its glory. And you, our disciple, you are the chosen one.
You know the price, the vision told him. You always knew what you were willing to sacrifice. And he did. Griffith gave up his humanity. He betrayed everyone who trusted him. He sacrificed the Band of the Hawk because his desire mattered more than their lives. His followers were marked for death, consumed by demon in a surreal nightmare, a world twisted into hell itself. And Griffith was reborn, not as the man Guts once knew, but as Femto, the fifth member of the God Hand. This is the first lesson. Be careful who you follow. Some leaders wear masks of compassion, of nobility, of promises to protect the people around them. But inside, they're cold, calculating, willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to get what they want. And if you walk their path, their corruption might become your corruption, and their damnation might become your damnation. And by the time you realize it, it might be too late. But Guts didn't surrender, even when branded for sacrifice, even when demons hunted him night and day, even when Griffith, the man he once admired, destroyed everything he loved. Guts kept fighting. And that fight wasn't just against the monsters outside. It was also against the monster he harbored inside. The rage, the bloodlust, the hellhound within him that wanted to consume everything.
I see. Let go. This. Let go of everything. This is my. Let go. Let go of everything. Let go.
Every time he wielded his sword, he risked feeding that darkness. Even the Berserker armor, the greatest weapon he eventually acquired, was a curse, a hellish artifact. It gave him superhuman power, but it tried to pull out his darkness and have it swallow him completely. The armor helmet even took the shape of the hellhound that haunted his mind, becoming a manifestation of his inner darkness. Rather than facing that darkness, he tried to lock it away, to freeze that part of his mind. But the more he repressed it, the stronger it grew. This is the second lesson. Repressing your darkness won't make it go away. In real life, when we bury anger, fear, and pain, they grow in the shadows. They twist into self-destruction. Like Guts, we can become trapped in cycles of violence, outward and inward. But there's another path, one that seems harder, but actually leads to more happiness. Facing those dark parts, understanding them, integrating them into strength, not letting them control us. Griffith's fall wasn't just about ambition. It was about attachment, the hunger for success at any cost. When that hunger rules you, you forget what really matters. Friendship, loyalty, compassion, they become meaningless. Griffith chose to sacrifice all of that for his goal. And in doing so, he didn't gain power, he gained damnation. And this happens in real life too. People who betray friends, family, even their own values, for money, status, control, they become like Griffith, corrupted, rotten inside, and it never ends well. In Berserk, the world itself is a test, a world of superstition, fear, fanaticism, a world where people wanted salvation but looked for it in the wrong places. They followed charismatic figures. They sought to destroy what they didn't understand. They rejected responsibility for their own suffering. This reflects a deeper truth about us. We often want someone else to save us or to destroy the system we hate, thinking it will free us. But those paths lead to more suffering. True freedom doesn't come from destroying the world. It comes from mastering yourself, your mind, your darkness, your strength. That's why you are guts. Because even in a world that is trying to corrupt you, and even when everything inside your mind tries to break you, you can choose to keep standing. You can resist the easy answers, the seductive path of chasing immediate rewards, the lies that harshness and greed will reward you instead of free you. And when the darkness inside rises, don't repress it. Don't let it consume you either. Face it, understand it, transform it into fearless strength. God teaches us that survival isn't enough. We must fight not just to live, but to protect what truly matters, without losing ourselves. Even when our mind and the world around it becomes hell, we can choose not to become its demons.